It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? And direct my news of Mountain. That's the Peter Channel 10 o'clock news for late Friday night, April 16th, 2021. It is 37 degrees in Not Massachusetts at 11 o'clock. I'm Peter J. Wiggins, reporting on the Peter Channel 10 o'clock news. Top stories at the Peter Channel 10 o'clock news is police identified gunman who killed 8 people at Indianapolis FedEx facility as a 19-year-old former employee. Brooklyn Prominence says Biden's backtrack on refugees still signed by advocates. Adams leadership in video leaves Chicago with familial questions about police tactics. Alleged member of the Oath Keepers has pleaded guilty in a capital riots case. States see rise in unused vaccines as demand flattens. Shift in focus of hesitancy. Trump loyalists start ads. Trump loyalists start America's first caucus to promote U.S. as uniquely Anglo-Saxon. Dr. Scott Coughlin explains why he believes COVID won't be eradicated in the U.S. like smallpox. Derek Chauvin takes a fifth defense rest and closes an executive trial of George Floyd's death. Gets ex-girlfriend feared alleged sex trafficking victims tape called feds. Liberty University sues jury for more than $10 million. In Russia, a military build-up that can't be missed. Why Queen Elizabeth will sit alone at Prince Philip's funeral. Hong Kong sentences Democrats' activity to prison over peaceful protest. New Ontario restrictions a stay-at-home order extended and police given extra powers to strongly enforce rules. Boston police files officer's abuse allegation be released next week. The liquid stops at hour 164.68 at 3421.67 and SP popped up 15.05 or 485.47 and Nasdaq up 13.58 at 14.52.34. Dr. Scott Bartlett told CNBC on Friday that the U.S. is unlikely to eradicate COVID-19 like it done with diseases such as polio and smallpox unless Americans significantly change their attitudes toward vaccination. Israeli forces launched airstrikes on targets in the Gaza Strip on Friday in what Israeli officials said was retaliation for a rocket shot earlier in the evening. Biden and Japanese Prime Minister Suga reaffirm alliance address China summit. Raul Castro steps down as head of Communist Party in China. In Cuba, Liberty University sues jury for Jr. over sex scandal. With that, snow in April is Attleboro area and there was a nasty, wet, windy Friday. Equipment failure at Wentham substation blamed for power outages. Plainville town-wide cleanup kicks off Saturday in celebration of Earth Day, which is Thursday, April 22nd. Water charged in regional drug probe. Doctors home in on cause of blood clots potentially linked with COVID vaccine. All fully adults now linked with vaccines as Pennsylvania has small group of cases among fully vaccinated people. Mike Malbus, Morgan Stanley for 6 years over Archicus hit. Doctors are alert for rare blood clots linked to just the vaccine. And doctors said COVID-19 vaccines do lead to us really strong immune response. NASA picks SpaceX and Starship to send Artemis astronaut to the moon. And now sports time. Boston Bruins blanked the New York Islanders, 3-0 at the Garden, and the Norton Lancers football team fell to the Dover Sherman Raiders 23-6, and Colin Lions got the only touchdown for the Lancers in the game. Bucky Brooks explained why he believes Mac Jones of 49ers as a drop smoke stream. Utah Jazz star Donovan Mitchell exits game with ankle injury, X-rays negative, sources said. Tobias Steph Curry, Dwight Howard, Clippers as the 76ers defeat the LA Clippers 106-103 in Philadelphia. Look at some NBA scores. 3-10-11 in the fourth quarter. Memphis 115, Chicago Bulls 103. 6-29-11 in the fourth quarter. Denver 111, Houston 89. 8-17-11 in the fourth quarter. Miami 96, Minnesota 99. 3-37-11 in the third quarter. San Antonio 77, Portland 69. 1-11 in the first quarter. 30, Dallas 25. Utah 119, Indiana 111. 3, Washington 117, Dallas 115, final in overtime. And it was Brooklyn 130, shot 115, and Toronto 113, New Orleans 102. Major League Baseball scores: Tampa Bay 8, Yankees 2, Boston at 8. Cincinnati 10, Cleveland 1, middle 8, and Pittsburgh 4. Milwaukee 1, Minnesota LA Angels no score, bottom of second, and middle second. Detroit Oakland no score. Atlanta 5, Chicago Cubs 2. Washington 1, Arizona 0, Philadelphia 9, St. Louis 2. NHL scores was Minnesota 3, San Jose 1, 11-29-11 in the third, Montreal 2, Calgary 1, and Vegas and Monday out in Anaheim. Peter Chilton is on. Beers 10-06. Sign off for Peter Chilton. Talking to check. On the MBTA. Shuttlebuts placed in Greenland Deep Brentford between Kenmore and Riverside. Weekends by May 2nd McKinn. Friday evenings at 8:45. Kingston Line Train 063, 8:50 p.m. from South Station operating 5:50 minutes back between Quincy Center and Kingston due to the signal issue. And the ferries they are looking good. Okay, let's take a look at our Wisdom Byways in New England. 84 westbound side, low slope between Hopland and West Norfolk at 84 westbound, sort of the Waterbury stretch, and 95 southbound side, little slow on the Stamford stretch, and up and over New England, looking good. Peter Chilton's time is 10:07. Time now for weather report. That calendar may read April 16th, but it turned out to be a day in February, as it turned out to be a wet, rainy, windy, cold, and mild day, as taking a look at the radar shows. Some batch of spring showers from Cromwell all the way down to Old Saybrook, Connecticut, and down to eastern typical Long Island. And some rain showers off the Chatham and Donovan Provincetown. And take a look at some rain showers down along the South Shore. It's raining likely from Weymouth all the way to Marshfield, and have raining heavily from Rockland all the way down to Norwell and up to Hingham and Cohasset and out to the South Shore. And taking a look at the forecast discussion. Late season snowstorm that brought considerable snow to the Berkshires and Worcester County wraps up this evening. A few spot showers being lingering on Saturday, and they have low rains off the coast, but mainly dry weather expected Saturday night and Monday. Turning mild and dry for Tuesday before a cold front brings in the next change, but more widespread rain around Wednesday. And low pressure continues to move to southeast towards the elbow of the Cape Cod, and precipitation begins to taper off across western Massachusetts, Connecticut. Some more persistent precipitation bands that develop are pushing across southeast Massachusetts and northeast Rhode areas that affect by those bursts of precipitation may pick up in the 0.1 to 0.2 inches of QPF, and general precipitation will continue to diminish overnight as dry air wraps in the front and northeast at low levels, and winds across Cape Cod will be extremely variable at the center. Although it passes over the area, otherwise winds will switch from the northeast and the north and the eastern and Massachusetts and the northwest, but the southeast Massachusetts and Rhode Connecticut. It's the same winds of 10-15 knots and gusts of 20-25 knots likely most of the evening, and higher gusts expected along the coast of Massachusetts at present. Precipitation show 25-30 knots. It's the same winds across the waters at Virginia and Town. And temperatures remain stable tonight, but clouds and gusty winds will all but eliminate the potential for the radiation should go in this evening, given the lowest flow apart. Temperatures will remain in the 30s and the west of the 40s across the outer Cape. Forecast goes like this. Snow and rain overnight will be patchy fog with low 34 degrees. Northwest at about 10-14 miles an hour size. 28 miles an hour in Ferris. Morning scattered showers turning the cloudy skies in the afternoon at night, 49 degrees. North about 10 miles an hour size. 21 miles an hour, just to the 40%. Dew response less than 7 inches possible. All right. Mostly Cascade with 37 degrees. Coming for Sunday, South Cascade with 37, low 40 degrees. North for spot 3 to 7 mile. And for Monday, mostly Cascade with 63, low 42 degrees. West at about 3 to 7 mile. And for Tuesday, South Cascade with 70 and low 47 degrees. And Southwest spot 5 11 mile an hour Cascades. 21 mile an hour for Wednesday. Check the shots. Put the shots with 63, low 37 degrees. South about 6 to 10 mile an hour Cascades. 23 mile an hour, just as 40%. Thursday, mostly South Cap 53, low 38 degrees. West about 9 50 mile an hour Cascades. 22 mile an hour for Friday. South Cap at 60 degrees, and west at about 11 mile an hour Cascades. 22 mile an hour. Currently in Naughton, it's 37 degrees in that range. That's getting a bit of chill. Channel Clock News for a late Friday night, April 16th, 2021. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. Hope you have a good night. Good bye, day. Stay safe, be positive, be well. See you tomorrow morning on the more report. Hope you have a good night.